Hello guys, good morning and welcome back to my kitchen was. Today I'm making egusi soup. I know, right? But this egusi soup I'm making today is on popular demand. So today we are having potluck in the office. One of my colleagues is leaving us, sadly, but she is going for something better. So we all came together and decided to do a potluck for her. Mind you, I work in a place where we have so many nationalities. We have people from America, we have people from Indians, Fijians, Filipinos, so many Kenyans, Congos or Congolese, Cameroonians, Liberians, a lot of them in my place of work. So we decided to make food, to bring food from our nationality. We didn't want to do the English type of potluck. We wanted to do something differently. So everybody is going to bring food that is known to them. So they decided, because some of them have heard of fufu and egusi soup, and so many of them wanted to try this fufu and egusi soup, and some of them have actually tried egusi soup before but did not really but wants to know, because some of them also saw me on YouTube and wanted to see and taste my cooking. So I decided to say, okay, no problem, since you asked, who am I to say no? And here I am trying to give them what they want. So this video might be a little bit long, just bear with me please. This is on popular demand. You guys know I've not been on my kitchen cooking. I've not been doing cooking video for some time now because I've been overwhelmed with work and everything going around me. So I've not been doing cooking video, but I have to do this one. I told them, see, I've not done this for a long time, but for you I would do that because they also want to see this video. Please guys, you know how we do it here. Support me by clicking the follow button, support me by clicking the like buttons, support me by reposting, and support me by commenting. Please, that's all I ask from you. I'm not asking you for money, I'm not asking you for anything. Just support me by doing what we normally do here. Okay, that is that about that. I don't know if they will allow me film because we're going to do it in the office. I know because of HIPAA rules, sometimes filming in the office is restricted, so I don't know. If they allow me film a little bit of us, fine. If they don't, it's okay. But that is exactly why I'm making this egusi soup for them today. So everything is prepared. My goat meat is already on the fire cooking, so every other thing is ready. Egusi, mackerel, and secondly, I don't want to do too much because here in America a lot of people have allergies. So putting ogiri, dawa, all those small, no. I want to keep it as simple as I can be because I have to give them the list of everything I cooked. You understand? So that anybody that knows have issues with any allergy in the food, please take away your hand. I beg. I'm not fit for wahala. I'm not fit for cut matter. So that is why I'm going to keep it as simple as ABCD. So guys, join me. Let's do this together. So guys, finally the video is out. This video has been sitting in my gallery for a long time now, for almost 5 days now, thereabouts. Okay, let me tell you the story of this my food. You guys remember I told you that I was gonna make egusi soup and fufu to take to my workplace because we are sending somebody off. So guys, I made the egusi soup, and I tell you, that was one of the best egusi soup that I made. This is not capping. See, it's just that we couldn't video everything. Like I told you people, it was in the office, and I'm very careful making videos in the office because making videos in the office has made people to be fired in my previous place of work. So I'm very careful. That's why I don't even bring out my camera once I'm in the office. I don't do that. So now let me tell you what happened that day. This video, I was supposed to video everything, how I cooked everything, how I packaged it and everything, but during the time of cooking something happened. So the day I went to buy buy the ingredients for this soup. We didn't have pounded yam and we didn't have gari, and I didn't want to make gari for them, so I wanted to make pounded yam. There's one particular pounded yam that we normally buy here. So when I went to this woman's shop, other woman's shop to get the pounded yam we normally buy here, she said the pounded yam, they don't carry that brand, that they carry their own brand. You know how these marketers can be. So I said, okay, since I cannot go to the other side to get the one we normally buy, let me try this new one. Okay, so I bought that one. I came back home, but the mistake I made was I didn't read through it on how to make that new one we bought. I thought it was still the same way, so I came back and I mixed it with cold water, because that's how we mix the other one, with cold water before you start turning it. Mind you, it's a yam flour. So I mixed it with cold water, and it's a lot of yam flour that I mixed. You know, something that I'm taking to the office, like something that almost 12 people can consume. You know how much that is. So I started mixing it in my big pot. My dear, come and see me that day. My dear, you need to see me that day. The whole yam flour turned to lump. The whole yam flour. This yam flour, something that 12 people can consume. The whole of my yam flour turned to lump. I turned it and turned it and turned it. The whole thing was like, I have to call my husband to come down, to come and help me and be turning it, if we can make something out of that yam flour, because we cannot throw away this whole yam flour. We turned and turned and turned. The whole thing was lump everywhere. Hey, I said, okay. My husband said it's because I used warm water to mix it, because I took water from the tap water, but our tap water was a little bit warm. So I said maybe it's because of the warm water. So we did another one with cold water, like real cold water, and it was still the same thing. I said, what is it? That was when it dawned on me that, okay, before then I was now thinking, how am I going to, will I throw away all this yam away? Will I throw away all this pounded yam that has lumps inside away? What am I going to do? So I remember that people used to use their food processor to pound yam. So I said, okay, let me use my blender to blend the whole yam that has lumps in it. Maybe it will be good. So that was how I started. I brought out my blender. I started blending the whole yam, and luckily everything turned out to be smooth. But the problem now was when I was blending the yam, I have to add water, because if I don't add water, it will not blend. So when I added a little bit of water, it became too watery. So you could not even hold the Jesus Christ. You need to see me that day. I was sweating. I have already mounted my camera to record. Who remember to record again? When there was fire on the mountain. So I was just looking for a way to salvage my pounded yam, because that pounded yam, do you know how much I bought that pounded yam? How can I throw this whole pounded yam away? I have to come up with how to blend this pounded yam so that it will be, it will come out well. Before, one mind said, okay, why don't you read through the pounded yam? They will tell you how to, they will give you guidelines on how to mix it. That was when I read through it, and I noticed that you were supposed to boil water. You boil the hot water. You boil hot water before you start mixing it inside the hot water. So we tried. You see my children. These children will not allow me hear what do. So that was how I mixed it with hot water. I boiled water, then I was now mixing it with hot water, and lo and behold, the last batch was good. So we have to mix. What we did was to marinate the first one batch I made that was very, very watery, and this other one we made, because we made it to be very hard so that we can mix them together. That was how we mixed everything together, and my pounded yam was good. So that was why I could not record, because that day it was not recording I was thinking about. It was how I was going to tell my people that I could not bring the pounded yam I promised them. That was my problem that day. But as God will have it, God came through for us, and I was able to do my pounded yam cook and took it to the office, and I was glad that not even a single crumb of that pounded yam came back with me. To God be the glory, because I was worried that some of them might not eat it, but all of the everything got finished, that people were still